Listen, guys, welcome back to another podcast. Got a special guest today. Listen, I've been following him. I've been checking him out. And one thing I learned is he bringing some value to the marketplace, man. What's up? Welcome to the podcast.
Man? Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So what made you start? First of all, first question I have is writing this book. All right. I seen you wrote a book, huh? The wholesale?
Yeah, so I have 3 books on Amazon.
Okay.
But I mean, you're talking about wholesale?
Yeah, I'm talking about the wholesale right now. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So tell us about what made you want to write that book.
So, I mean, we got into the game when wholesalers started to become popular around 2019.
Okay.
2019.
Okay.
So, but I had already been in the real estate game.
So you already had a play. You already had a play.
Yes, I've already been in the real estate game since like 2002. But however, I didn't know the term wholesaling. Okay. So just got into it. And as we started to progress and close deals, then, it just made sense to put something out there.
So
in the information age, brother.
Yeah, listen, I'm all about the information.
Right.
I tell people, if you ain't got no digital courses, if you ain't got no books, if you out the game. Yeah. Because we in the game. Yeah, I got multiple digital courses.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole book on the same name as your podcast.
Hey, man, the whole book on like Why Now Is Your Time podcast.
Man, so, and it makes sense.
It makes sense, man, because one thing I did like about your Instagram is some of those quotes that you be dropping. Okay. So what made you want to start like dropping them quotes?
I've always, it actually was probably someone else's idea for me to start, not necessarily capitalizing, but putting them out there. Yes. Like I said,
it's motivation too.
It's motivation, but I have always led with my heart. And so just some things come to light, and I don't necessarily remember them. Other people do.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah, and I think that's good because I tell people all the time, like social media. I said, I always say, what bars are you dropping on social media? You know what I'm saying? I think we all are dropping bars. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like every single day, the content that you dropping is pushing people towards you. Right. So every time I'm looking at, as I start going down, I see some of your videos from like almost 200 weeks ago. I was just going by looking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was going by checking you out, doing some research. I was like, man, okay, I see he on the thing. He in the house. You had one video saying you was you had said 1,300 square foot to the 8. Now it's really 1,800 square foot, guys. And then I was just watching like your content, like how you selling them to the next level. So what are those 3 books you got on Amazon? What made you write the 3 books?
So I guess first of all, I've always really wanted to write a book.
Okay. Right? So that's always been something you want to do.
I've always wanted to write a book. I had several friends to write books. But I just, it was just a bucket list.
Okay, I got you. Right? I got you. But you wrote 3, so it's more than a bucket list.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I've always been a writer. Okay. And actually, the larger book that it's not here. It's basically more of it's my daily bread. It's more of a devotional. Hybrid between certain my thoughts and then a daily devotional. And I wrote that over a period from January to the summer. Like every single day, I would write and basically just kind of, and I would post on Instagram. And it just kind of made that into
and then just put all your thoughts into like
right
and packaging it all up, which is good because I think that really helped people. Right. So out of your 3 books, which one you think, like if I'm a new customer, which one should I buy first and why?
I do think they all have their own separate value. Okay. Just as the wholesaling for profits. Okay. That teaches you about wholesaling and getting to the real estate game. Okay. Without using your own money. Not having to be a realtor and so forth. So it's its own.
Its own entity. Okay.
Absolutely. So, and then, like I said, I shared my thoughts and folks agree with my perception on certain things.
I got you.
We just made that into a book.
So your thoughts though, before we get into that one, on your thoughts though, why is it so important for people to buy that one? Like, it's just giving them motivation?
Yes, I believe in a way. I believe I have a certain perspective. Just on life in general.
I got you.
It's all intentionally positive because that's how I try to move. And I've achieved what people call success a little bit earlier in my life. Only because I move a certain way. I try to move with good energy. I try to leave with my heart.
Yes.
I try to always add value everywhere.
Of course. So, I tell people, if you don't have, you're trying to add, if you're not adding value, you're not adding nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I listen, social media is full of highlights, but nobody really posts their failures. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I told my wife, I said, man, we got to post our failures.
Absolutely.
So that people can see that. I was looking at, y'all made $1 million in 1 year. Well, let me show you some stuff we have to go through.
Right.
Let me show you some of the chargebacks, some of the shadiness going on.
Also, what is your profit, right?
Yeah.
You made $1 million.
Yeah, but and then how much you kept, and then how you paying your taxes.
Right.
I mean, these are different things that I think people want to start a business,
right,
but they don't look at the whole,
right,
aspect of business. How much everybody's making. All right, so this book.
Oh yeah. So this book, I was invited by a guy named Johnny Wimbrey.
Okay.
It's a collection of.
I think I know Johnny Wimbrey. Hold on.
He's out of Dallas.
Yeah.
So that particular book, I wrote chapter 5. It's
okay.
Les Brown, Heather Monahan, some other authors, but everyone tells their own unique story.
Yes.
And like specifically, it's all geared towards mental wealth. Having you.
Okay.
That's for you, basically.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, I was just invited on that journey and just have a few more in process that I want to more specifically targeted towards elevating people.
So this is a joint. This is a joint one.
Yes.
Your wholesale was all you or somebody else?
So it was a team.
Okay, team of y'all.
3 of us.
Okay, and then your devotional all you.
Yes, all me.
Okay. And I'm asking because I meet a lot of people. They do a lot of joint book ventures. Like the last guy that was on the podcast, it was 15 of them.
Oh yeah! Wow.
It's called Impact to Purpose, and it was 15 of them. So it was pretty unique though. I like it though. I mean, me personally, I haven't did no joint ventures yet because I got so much to talk about.
Well, exactly. It really depends on what your end game is, right?
Yes.
It's to collab and say you did a book, or is this actually put some good content out and actually add value to.
So how important is content to you?
So. Obviously, you see my social.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Right, I'm not that active. I've just been, I need to purge. Actually, that's a collective of over the years. But I'm not as active as I possibly should be. I'm probably posting my stories every day. But not necessarily in my wall.
And I think that's good. So I like the stories, but I also like reels. I think reels are good. When I was looking at some of your reels that you had, I was like, okay, he over here, you posting over there. I'm like, okay, and you kind of telling a story. And I think that's important that people need to know about, content. Right. Content is so important. I tell people though, if you're on social media but you don't have a website, you're already failing.
Right.
You need to have somewhere to bring people to.
And capture.
You need to capture their phone number, capture their email. You need to have somewhere. But so many people I meet, they just I'm on this, I'm on IG, I'm on this. You can get kicked off tomorrow, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or locked out, or somebody all these fake accounts popping up.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, that's crazy though. So it is so important though. So some of your quotes I know that is like you really focus on mindset.
Always. It's always
so how important is mindset to people?
I mean, you can't do anything without the proper mindset, right? So you can continuously elevate yourself if you're in the right mindset by having a set routine, by doing certain things that just daily for the most part, and mindset leads to everything. So
on your journey of entrepreneurship and your journey just trying to figure everything out, what are some of the key steps, the core steps that you have learned that you can teach others? Like give me like 3 of the lessons that you learned to push somebody to that next level. If somebody's just sitting back right now saying, I want to be an entrepreneur, but let me see if these guys going to give me some information that's going to help me.
Yeah, man. So many folks these days are jumping on fast. Oh, my homeboy's making money in Airbnb.
Come on.
Everybody doing a podcast.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's doing a lot of different things and not really playing into their authentic self. Right?
Yes,
so
there you go.
What do I like? What's going to motivate me to get what is my why of doing this? And just to try to chase money. You know what I'm saying? When you authentically, you have clarity on whatever it is that you want to achieve.
Yes.
Once you have clarity, that's the biggest issue.
That's good.
That's between if you're successful or not. If you have clarity, crystal clear on what car you want, the exact color, what it smells like, what it looks like, what it feels like.
Come on.
Use all your senses, basically. And then you can obviously step your way into that particular type of success, or just focus on it every day and go hard. You got to get locked in to achieve any type of success.
And I like that. I like to use the 3 C's. I say you got to have clarity. All right. Once you clear on it, you got to be committed.
You got to be committed.
And the last C is you better be consistent.
Consistent. Absolutely.
So you got total clarity every day. Like me, my brand is Why Now Is Your Time. Right. I only talk about 3 things: life, brand, legacy.
Life, brand, legacy.
So I tell people it's time for you to design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, and leave your legacy through your own information and products.
Be intentional.
I'm intentional.
Right.
So that's the message.
Right.
That's the purpose. And I only like messing with people who trying to be on the purpose.
Absolutely.
I don't deal with people who work, and I hate to say this, but I'm being honest, I'm being transparent. Right. You working for 401k, I'm working for my last name. It's a difference.
Facts.
Facts. It's a difference.
Yeah, your grandkids gonna remember.
It's a difference. Yep. So I think people they take that to heart. Like, oh, you talking about people who got a job? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a difference from what I'm doing and what you doing.
Profits are always better than wages, bro.
Oh, come on. Tell the people, man.
I mean, that's just facts. I'm totally be for profits, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
Not to say I don't contribute to nonprofits,
yes.
but, definitely profits allow you to have more of an impact and just lead by example. Carry a certain amount of energy. So that's another key to my success.
Okay.
I try to really carry good spiritual energy. So,
come on.
So once you do that, if the motive is right, the money will always be right.
The money gonna be there.
Right. So because you're moving from your heart, you're moving from the best of intentions. I'm not coming at you just because I want something from you. I'm gonna contribute to you.
I like that. I like that.
That's just,
and I think that's important though, because so many people don't really see, like, they don't grasp, because entrepreneurship ain't easy.
No, not at
all.
Not at all.
You might be so great at something you make it look easy.
Right.
But it ain't that easy.
No,
you know what I'm saying? No. A lot of my students that they want to start a podcast, they're like, oh, I got this. And the life's hidden. And they be like, I don't think I got it. I need a plan. I need a perm. I need a thumbnail. I need this.
Hey, that's the thing. We just make it look easy.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So something that, you only see 5 minutes of, it took me 5 or 10 years to do.
That's what I'm saying.
You get up here and try to do it in 5 minutes.
This ain't going to work.
Right. It's going to demotivate you.
Yes,
So move authentically, man. There's a saying that not everybody can be entrepreneurship. It's not made for everybody.
That's true.
Which is true to an extent, but I think you can always do something extra to make an extra income,
adjust and pivot,
and so forth. Because that's how you grow. If we don't, if we just go and give it into our 9 to 5s and not necessarily trying to develop something outside of it. What are we doing? We're wasting our life. We're living for the job. We're living for the paycheck.
I tell people, only 3 things you can do with time. You can spend it, you can invest it, or you can waste it. Right, now, if you go into a job every day and you ain't doing nothing outside, you kind of wasted your time.
Yeah.
And some people get offended, but I just be real, man. Let's be real with the people, man.
Hey, you can multiply your time also.
Ooh,
leveraging.
Let's talk about leveraging then.
Hey,
how important is leveraging?
Man, that's everything. That's like 10x, 20x.
Come on.
Whatever it is you're trying to do, especially in AI. Oh. These attorneys are handling 200 and something cases a piece a day.
Hey, the AI crazy.
If in the next 2 years or so you're not on your way to making $1 million, if that's what you're chasing,
yes,
given AI, given all YouTube University,
yes,
given all these tools, virtual assistants that you can take advantage of.
Come on.
I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving yourself the effort.
And I think people. And we had a conversation with a guy the other day. Right. He said, man, I'm stuck, man. I just can't leave my job. I just can't. I said, because you haven't visualized it already.
Right.
And you haven't reverse engineering how to make money. So I said, I want you to write this number down. He said, what's the number? All right, I want you to write $278 down times 365. No, that's not $1 million. That's 100,000.
Okay.
Now me, I look at my life as $2,800 a day.
Okay.
Now that's $1 million. But I have multiple streams of income.
Right.
If you got one income, too close to zero. I tell everybody this: if you got one income, you're too close to zero.
You're close to zero.
You need to have multiple streams. So how important to you is multiple streams of income?
I mean, because you stop that one income, then you out on the street or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, man. I think people need to stay in a certain lane.
Oh yeah.
They make a decent amount of income to where that's stable, right?
I got you.
And then you start to, invest in other things. So, I mean, I think overall, they say, 7 streams of income is the way you become wealthy.
Yes.
I say that's the way you maintain wealth. You know, because if you are not, or you're an expert at one thing, make money doing that.
Yes.
Become successful in one
I think
thing.
that's what people's problem is. It's like, oh, my boy, you said,
yeah.
Oh, my boy on that Airbnb, I'm jumping on that too. Right, my boy on this, I'm jumping. I'm like, no. Become great at one thing.
Absolutely.
And love how to sub it out. Now, let me explain what sub it out means. I do podcasting.
Right.
I have a podcast ebook, $47. I have a digital podcast, online digital course, $297.
Wow, man.
I also have a podcast mentorship, which I mentored them for 1 year, $2,500.
Go ahead.
Now look, this is one.
You got an ecosystem.
That's what I'm saying. This is one.
Right.
It's one thing I know I'm great at.
Right.
So now I can say, for the person that's saying, "Oh, I can't give you $2,500," hey, you can earn 5 hours and 48 hours worth of information for $297.
Man.
Or if that's too expensive, go buy the ebook. It's 40 pages. It still gives you some of the same principles.
The values.
And the values that's for crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. So I mean that's a beautiful thing. I mean,
yes.
I'm well. First of all, I didn't get to say it initially, but thank you for the invite.
Yes, sir.
Allowing me on here to do
yes,
this.
Sir.
I can see walking into your space, it's energy everywhere. You got positive affirmations. Like, man, I just feel love just being in here, man.
Yes.
And I think that, you know, just like we were talking about, folks can start their own business.
Yes.
Folks can, even if you don't know what your idea is, an assist a brother like you,
yes,
or intern or whatever.
Yes.
There's always something you can do. You know, but put yourself in good rooms with the right people.
Yes.
Be invited to a certain podcast. You know, it's all about impact. It's all about love. It's all about, you know, your 3 C's: consistency,
clarity, and commitment.
And commitment, man. But definitely be clear. Definitely be clear.
You gotta be clear.
Move with the right amount of energy and also the intention.
Yeah. So I think that, like, so many people, I'm like, and the thing I'm learning about Houston is like,
you're not from Houston? Where you from?
I'm from Houston, but I'm saying the thing I'm learning and seeing the difference is that it's so many of us doing great, but we're not collaborating doing it together. So it's like I go to Atlanta and like they all in the room, boy. It's like this dude a millionaire, this dude a million, this dude. They all home seminars. You know, it's going crazy.
I was just about to say Atlanta. I've been to I don't know how many seminars in Atlanta.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's just like they together.
Come on.
We seem kind of cliquish.
That's what I'm saying.
And dealing with folks in Atlanta, you know, those of us that are not, you know, not everybody, but there's certain groups don't want to deal with folks in Houston, folks out in the city. You know, but like in my role as an investor, I try to invest and believe in, you know, a lot of us for the most part, and especially that don't get the opportunity to do whatever. I try to invest in certain people. Yes. But I've also been burned by mostly only our people.
It's what it is.
I mean, that's just
that's the nature of the beast.
So
it's hard to dictate who good and who not good. That's the part. That's the part that gets me. It's like, so you might meet somebody that it seems like they have good intentions, but then you realize that they not who they are. I've been down that road.
Or they change in the process, or once money started looking a certain way. You know, I got a cousin that owes me, you know, quite a bit of money.
Come on.
But, you know, when you call them, it's like you calling them to borrow money, right? Instead of calling for your money.
Come on, man. I'm just trying to ask for my money. Nah.
Right.
But nah, man. So look, and I think people didn't know, like, what's some of the failures you learned, man? Like, what have something that you've been through over the last couple years since 2017 that you can share? You know, give us 3 to 5 failures that you can share with the people.
Right. So for me, I mean, especially this last year has been harder, but it's been a series of mistakes that I've made.
Okay.
Of trusting the wrong people. So, like I say, leading with your heart is good, but also, you know, basically making, you know, vetting people, not just vetting people, but also being involved with certain decisions.
I got you.
Not just completely rely on someone else.
So you should be hands on though. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Because that's one thing me and my wife we learning, like, we have multiple businesses, but our hands on everything.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not because I just want to make sure I know everything. I want to make sure, like, okay, where the money going? What is right? We're making X amount of money doing this business, making X amount of money doing this business. Some of these businesses we don't have to even put our hands on. We just running the play. Right. We got other people doing the work. So, but I'm in my mind, I'm still like, where that money going? How it's been handled? How we paying people out? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think people get comfortable, and the Steve Harvey story what really got me though. Okay. How he was putting all his things in one basket. Not one basket. He's putting all he had a tax guy, and the guy wasn't paying his taxes. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, and so he owed all that money.
Man, that's crazy. But I'm saying you pay people to do certain things, or you just trust people, over time because you have a history of relationship and haven't been burned in the past. Things happen.
So that's one thing. Give us something else that you learned in this process.
Right. So definitely vet whoever you're gonna truly trust and so forth. Another big mistake that I've made is just even your professional help. My CPA. My CPA was my CPA for a long time. Avoided a certain amount of taxes. Well, he died and his son took over. Right. So, and I'm just automatically trusting his son.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Put me in a situation where, I owed a lot more in taxes than I had to pay.
I got you.
So definitely trusting people. Believing in yourself, So a lot of people worry about the validation of others.
Yes.
Worry about failure. I mean, all that stuff is going to come. Don't worry about that. Focus on the prize. Or focus on the impact that you're trying to make. Put the energy towards it.
I like that.
Make it happen.
So, and I think people need to understand, like, the belief. I tell people, if you spell out the word belief, there's a word in between called lie. So that lie, it means that in order to believe, you have to kind of be a little bit delusional.
Right.
All right. So, I mean, to see yourself there, and you're not there, you got to kind of have some kind of like delusional mindset of like, I'm there, but I'm.
Well, I mean, definitely, you definitely want to see yourself in certain places.
Yes.
If you look up the word future.
Yes.
It's the moment following writing or speaking something.
Okay.
Speaking or writing something down.
Yes.
Right. So you create your future literally about what you speak into existence, what you write down,
I'm with you.
What you see every day.
I'm with you.
So when you're going through these processes or these circumstances that you're dealing with right now, just remember the future. You know what I'm saying? Remember who you are in the future and how that person walks, talks, speaks, impacts, and so forth. Right.
So let's talk about a mentor, because I mean, some people say I do have mentors on certain things, but some things I don't need a mentor on. But how important to you is a mentor?
I believe this day and age, there's so much technology, there's so much YouTube, but there's nothing like a mentor. Someone who is exactly where you want to be. Tell you through the things that they
tell you to play.
Mentor speeds up things.
Yes.
Also, with this technology and AI and everything, you can get there so much faster. Click of a button, you can write a book, right? So
I hope. But see, this thing I don't like about that. You write that book, but that book might not sound like you.
No, exactly.
I with you.
My point was, in the age of technology, that's just kind of inhuman.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and I think that's good because I look at this. How I look at it. I look at a mentor like a GPS. So if you live in Dallas, all right, I'm taking you on the story real quick. And you live in Dallas. I live in Dallas, and I say, man, come to my house.
Okay.
And you get in your car right now and start driving, and don't put it in GPS. How you gonna find me?
All right. We rely too much on it now.
Okay. Right. So, which is good, because it tells you how long it's gonna take you to get there.
Right.
It tells you how long your drive is. So that's how I look at a mentor. Is the mentor gonna tell you, in order to do this, you gotta do this. Like I help a lot of people like design their brand, and I tell people all the time, like, let me look at your ATM page. That's why I call you when I look at your front page, it's your ATM page. Let me look at it. And so many people are missing so many things on their page because why you should have to tell the story over and over again when I can just send you a video.
Facts.
Think about it.
Right.
Usually the people you deal with wholesaling asking the same questions.
Right.
So why wouldn't you make those questions into videos? Here, I'm just giving you again. Here are the top 10 questions that they ask about wholesaling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One time.
That's it.
Definitely.
So when they ask the question, just send it to them. You know what I'm saying? I go to people's website, they have no video telling who they are. I don't know their story. They want to write it. They want to write all this stuff. I'm like, listen, man, we're in a new age where people don't really read like that. Listen. They did a survey. They said, they asked people, do you rather watch a TV show, read a TV show, or listen to it? 90% people say they rather watch it.
Oh, watch. Oh, a TV show.
Yeah, TV show. Yeah. 7% say they need to listen. 3% say they can read it. So,
I mean, acceleration.
The
amount of time you spend reading a book versus.
Yes.
And of course, you got to keep your vocabulary sharp.
Of course.
Smart to read.
Of course.
But what you said a while ago, as far as the GPS thing, you know how GPS actually works?
Come on.
So it reverse engineers, right?
Yes,
so
it does.
It starts at the end point.
Yes.
And it reverses way back.
To tell you what, yeah, come on.
But it also deviates around traffic. Right? So definitely it's important knowing where you go.
Yes.
And just kind of having a few alternate ways to get
because the mentor can say, hey, the GPS telling you this, but you go around to this other street. Yeah. He can direct you to another path. And I think that's what people tend to miss when it comes to like understanding their purpose, you know. There's a game, I call it the word game. Mm-hmm. I say a word, you tell us what you feel about the word. Okay. All right. But the first word, I got an acronym with it. I don't know if you heard of it or not. Denial. You ever heard the acronym of denial?
Denial? Acronym? Yeah. Well, no. What is the acronym of denial?
Don't even notice I am lying.
Don't even notice I am lying. Okay.
So let's talk about the word denial. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So what's your idea on the word denial?
I mean, you know, that's an awesome acronym. That is the acronym, or you made that up?
That's an acronym I got from somebody else.
You got it from someone else?
Yes.
Okay. Don't even notice
I am lying.
Don't even notice I am lying. I think that's someone that's just not really being themselves.
So they're authentic.
They're not moving in who they are.
Okay.
They're moving for validation of others or trying to impress others. So,
I got you.
I mean, definitely if you're going to deny something and can't be truthful with yourself, then what's the point of, speaking it out to the world? You're not adding no value.
The next word is poor. You heard the acronym of poor?
What's the first one?
Passing
over opportunities repeatedly.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about the word poor. What's your thoughts on that word poor?
Poor is definitely a mindset.
Okay.
I don't think it's what you're born into.
Ooh,
I think it's
about it.
I think it's, obviously your accumulation of knowledge and being in the right rooms and so forth to get you past it. But we choose to be poor. Poor is a choice.
So when you say we choose to be poor, maybe think about Kanye saying we choose to be a slave. So
he has a point, like slave.
He have a point.
And his point was mentally right.
Yeah.
In the system and so forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, which is cool because there'll be people be like, yeah, man, I don't know nothing about entrepreneurship. I say, learn it.
Right.
You can be taught how to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You've been taught how to go to work for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? You've been working for, I call it the 40 over 40 rule. You work for 40 years, 40 hours a week. You can't receive 40% of what you put into the system.
Yeah.
At the end of the thing.
40% of your income.
That's it.
Absolutely. Man.
So, system. You know the acronym for system?
No.
Save yourself time, energy, and money.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk about system. Why is it important to have a system?
Systems obviously make things a lot more efficient.
Come on.
They're automatic. And you can, that's how franchises work. Right?
Yes.
You can go, the same system works here in Houston as it does in Austin.
Come on.
Not reinventing the wheel. So you just focus on spending advertising dollars because the system they're going to get the same product, quality, and so forth. And that's with anything we do.
I just told dude that the other day, I was like, dude, the problem is you're not spending money. You thinking that you can go to social media and post something and people follow you and people like you. I have a social media agent for Facebook and for Instagram, me and my wife, because we spend marketing dollars.
Right.
This is the thing. They said they only allow 50 people to see you got 5,000 friends, they only 50 people get to see it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you wonder why the same people keep liking it. Because only those 50 people get to see it.
So let me ask you, obviously you're more savvy than me on the social media. So if you have 500,000 followers, right? Only maybe 100,000 of them see what you post.
That's it. And you know why though? The only way, and this is what she tells us. She's the only way you can get more people to see it if they tag their people.
Okay.
And just because you tag them, don't mean they're gonna see it.
Right.
They controlling the narrative. They got to make money.
Right. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Some people like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy the blue check. You dumb. If you got a business, you better. I'm for real. You better because there's so much stuff you better do with it.
Right.
Like let's be real. Like people not thinking.
Plus these fake pages, right?
Yeah, it'll lock down. It'll lock down your page and it'll make sure you identify who you are. And I'm telling people, I'm like, are you dumb? Why wouldn't you do that if you're a business owner? Because you know it's different when people can go into your stories, swipe up. It's different when people go into your stories and you can do different things with your story versus what just doing the free version. See, free 99, it don't work out. Right. I tell people they don't pay until they pay attention. Once they pay attention, they're going to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so many, go ahead.
Or wind up costing them a lot more down the line.
Yes, that's important though, because I think people tend to forget, like, man, come on, man. You think you're on social media for free? They got to be making money. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're going to limit you. You can save all your friends you want. They ain't letting everybody see it. She told us straight up. We do not allow everybody to see the people. Straight up. We do not allow to send the people. Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. But anyway, so entrepreneur. So I want to talk about this word because I think it's kind of overhyped, but it's undervalued. Right. So let's talk about it.
Okay. As far as becoming an entrepreneur, yes. I mean, I think everybody has a desire to do more, be more, and so forth. And the easy way to get into anything that you want to do is call yourself an entrepreneur.
I got you.
You know, we don't even have titles anymore. We're all entrepreneurs. You know, but that's like it's dope. But I was gonna say that a business and true entrepreneurship is not everyone's not built for it.
Yeah, I got you.
It takes sacrifice. It takes being innovative with no funds.
Man.
I mean, it takes failure, being able to fail consistently. And I've seen so many folks enter into entrepreneurship and end up getting a job. Or not getting a job or job that they don't like and so forth.
Well, I think why? Because they don't understand the importance of creating a system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't understand the importance of, hey, why should, like me, how can I sell without Amazon over 5,000 books? So this is the question. How can you do it? Because you don't understand the marketing part.
Right.
The marketing part is you can buy into people email lists. You can what else? Oh, I'm trying to think of all the stuff I did. I bought into people email lists. I also paid for like Instagram to be on people pages. Okay. You know how you can like somebody might have like 1 million followers. Right. Like, hey man, put this on my page. How much it is? $75. Okay, good. I'll do it for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I went into like people who had like big brands, and they was like, hey man, if you want me to, I can tell you blackpr.com, Black Book Houston. I mean, you start seeing all these places where they can send out. They already got thousands and thousands of followers, and they can send out information to people to find you. People don't have a system, so what happens is when they start being entrepreneur, they quit. They quit. It's like it's not working. Right. So the quickest thing for you to do is go back to that. You go make that money.
Secure paycheck.
You know what I'm saying? So
and that's a trick. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, talk about it.
That's what the system want you to do. Go back and be a slave to the system. You can actually, it's so much more meaningful if you can do something that you love, creative, and if you crazy enough or ambitious enough to stay in your lane and whatever it is, and stop trying to be an entrepreneur of this and of that and so forth. You can be a lot more successful. You can be on any job.
Yes, and I think that's and again we talked about that earlier. I think that's the most important thing is understanding like that whole dynamic mindset. So you got a time capsule about this big. It's about this big. This wide, this big. Okay. You only could put 3 things in there for people to remember you by.
A time capsule. Okay.
So before you die, we're gonna put it in the ground.
Okay.
1,000 years later, we're gonna pull it up.
Okay.
We already out of here. People need to know you by the 3 things you put in there. What you putting in there?
I mean, hopefully they remember me by the energy that I carry.
Okay.
I'm a real big energy guy.
Okay. So you're gonna leave some videos in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave some videos, some books, some speeches I wrote, some artists I impacted. So yeah, man, definitely. I mean, maybe these days I would leave a video, audio message. So at the end of the day. Definitely want to leave impact, especially on my kids by creating a legacy. Yes. Not only the security, but also I want them mental right.
Got you.
I want them to know that, I taught you to avoid I taught a lot of people to avoid certain mistakes. By being a mentor out loud. I've never had a mentor, by the way.
Okay.
So, but I mean, my way of being able to do that and share with folks the situations I've done.
Gotcha.
Now, I haven't spoken to a lot of massive audiences, but I put my energy into my books.
Yeah, got you.
So I leave my books in my time capsule and any, content that I've created. Other than that, what else to remember me by is just how I made people feel.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what physical things I can leave to say other than leaving a impression on people.
Yeah. That's why I think it's important. I tell people one of my biggest goals is over the next 3 to 5 years is to raise up, and I'm helping a couple right now, to raise up entrepreneurs that's going to make $1 million.
Okay.
So I got 100 people that's on my list. So I'm going to help make $1 million with their own information and products.
Right. That's you impacting people.
That's me impacting them.
What are you going to leave in the time cap?
What I'm leaving is a letter on how I thought.
Okay.
My books.
Okay.
And videos. I'm leaving the videos.
Right.
I got thousands of videos.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, because I think legacy is greater than currency. At the end of the day, I tell people we can leave something, information. We can leave something for your kids, but your kids might not do right with it.
Right.
So who you going to impact?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, you can't leave that in the impact. In the time capsule. But my mission is to impact a certain amount of people. Of course, I have my specific goals I want to do financially and so forth. And then my mission is, I believe, to elevate people help them get to their next level.
Yes.
Help you get locked into whatever the next level is.
Yes.
By again, like Daily Bread, that's a morning book that puts you in a certain mindset.
I love it.
By developing your mental health and your mental wealth.
Yes.
Right? So, and I'm trying to be a part of things that I'm 45 years old.
Come on, man.
So I lived the first 45 years of my life learning, making mistakes, making a little bit of money and so forth. And I figure I can live about another 45 years at least, right?
Come on.
So I got to be intentional this portion of
the second half.
5 years.
The second half.
So everything I move, everything I do, how I move, how I speak, what I listen to, the podcast I'm a part of, got to be elevational.
And that's why I said that we don't take losses, we take lessons.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So those lessons is what's making me make $1 million in 2023.
Right, and that's your
mindset.
What I'm saying? It makes you choose
mindset.
to view it as a lesson or a loss. So it's that mindset.
Yes, and it's not quitting. You know what I'm saying? It's just being locked in and telling people like one of the
never
things
give up on yourself.
Never. One of the things I think people forget is being an entrepreneur is lonely. You know why?
It's a lonely road.
Because a lot of people not doing it.
Right.
I experienced it my first year. I experienced because I'm trying to build my brand. I'm trying to I ain't touched the clock in over 3 years. So I'm like,
that's a blessing.
Man, I'm just trying to figure out. But guess what? Now, if you see 3 years ago from right now, you gonna be like, oh, this boy owns something.
You got a whole studio, man.
Studio.
I was starting in your basement.
I got products. I got digital products, physical products, clothing line. I mean, we're on a mission.
So at what point in your journey, 3 years, right? Did you decide, I'm going to build an ecosystem around this, opposed to just having a successful podcast show?
Man, I'm going to tell you, 10 years ago, I was like, God, no matter of fact, God gave me a vision in 2009. Ooh, think about how long ago that is. That's 14 years ago. He gave me a vision. I was like, man, I don't know nothing about why now is your time. God say, I'm finna put you on something. Now, I didn't meet my wife till 2014. All right. I met my wife 2014. She's like, man, I see some stuff in you, man. I finished writing my book in 2013.
Okay.
My book didn't come out till 2022. Now let me tell you something.
It's timing. It's not your season, it's God's season.
Man. So you think about like how important was for her coming into my life to push my vision and my purpose. You know what I'm saying? She pushed me. She said, hey. And so she allowed me to quit the railroad to be an entrepreneur.
Wow. She took the risk with you.
She said, don't matter what happens, I got us.
Wow.
She said, wow. I see your vision, go get it. And then she came along after that.
There's nothing like a strong woman. Shout out to my wife.
Come on. Ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah, man. Like when you have somebody like that, it just takes your belief in yourself to the next level.
Yes, sir.
There was a lot that I felt that I couldn't do. Like I've always wanted to speak in front of audiences, and I've always turned it down.
I got you.
And I've been offered a lot of gigs. I've always turned it down because I didn't believe in myself enough.
Wow.
I didn't believe my message was going to be valuable enough. I didn't believe my articulation was going to be right and so forth.
I got you.
And then when you get, something with the right person, your wife,
they pour into you
that truly believe in you. They, you begin to have the confidence to make it happen. But your confidence is built by your consistency, daily.
Yes.
The right. Having certain routines every single
day. And my mindset always been, if I can make $100, I can make $1 million.
Facts.
I just gotta learn how to duplicate.
Facts. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I gotta know how to duplicate.
Man, you know what's crazy? You say that. I was talking with one of my guys day before yesterday. We were talking about that same thing. We were referring to the Magic Johnson comment where you can make $1 million, $100 million on the same transaction. So we're in the midst of a few different deals right now where it's big. These are huge contracts.
I got you.
And then not too long ago, we were doing smaller contracts, right? But it's the same effort, same energy.
That's
same
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
And I tell people too, I'm like, man, you gotta figure it out and go with it.
Yeah.
And not be afraid, because fear. Let's talk about fear. Do fear ever set in with you?
Obviously that's just a thing of our mind, but I believe it stopped me from excelling a long time.
Oh, wow.
It's a long time. Now I'm becoming fearless because I'm having more confidence in myself. People are encouraging me to just tell my story and so forth. So yeah, fear stopped me for a long time, but it's a figment of your imagination. So if you can just, the quicker you can get over that and just deal with it and just know it's a part of the process mentally and it's all just a facade, the quicker you can execute and be wherever it is that you want to be.
There's a play that they call it
fear.
The 100.
What's that acronym of fear?
Two things: false evidence appearing real, or fail early and responsibly. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Now, what were you saying?
I'm going to say the problem, the fear is. I lost my train of thought, but I'm gonna come back. The problem is, like you said, so many people once that fear get in their way, man, I think it stops us from getting there. But the thing about being fearful, that's why I learned about being fearful, is it's only a season.
Facts.
And the minute I learned how to disconnect myself from people who didn't believe like me, is when I become successful. This is how I do. I walk around like a plug.
Okay.
So say you wake up every morning, and you got to be careful
where you get your energy from.
Because wherever you plugging into is where your energy coming from.
Yep.
So it's important. My wife told me one day, she was like, "You just talk to your friend. That wasn't even you." I said, "We had a good conversation." She said, "No, I recorded it. I want you to hear yourself." And I said, "What?
How you sound? How you talk?"
She said,
"The mindset you go."
No, she said you adapted to them. Because he's a worker. So you started talking like him because he's a worker. But when you talk to your entrepreneur friend, you don't talk nothing like that.
Wow.
She said, you need to be very careful on the energy you connecting to.
My wife said the same.
Yes.
I swear to God. She did that she did that consistently. And I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
These my people.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you're trying to elevate, you got to put yourself in a room and start to speak that dialect. It's not that you being white or or whatever.
Come on.
You're just talking in a tone of elevation. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to communicate to the masses.
Yes.
So you're growing. And that was a situation that I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram to where I went to a funeral.
Okay.
And I saw.
I did. You was talking about that.
Yeah. He was like, at the end of the day, he was like,
but he ain't changing.
Well, you changed. Well,
that's cool.
Definitely. My goal, my mission was to change. Thank you.
Yes.
Why haven't you changed? So, it's all about change and elevation, trying to impact people and just kind of being open to new environments and new situations.
So, as a word I call rich. You heard the acronym?
Nah, go ahead, man.
Residual income creates happiness.
Okay. Fact.
So whenever you can learn how to run a play, and you don't have to be there, that's when the money coming.
Absolutely.
So I didn't
do something one time like your book.
My book, my digital courses,
right.
My ebook. I ain't gotta talk no more.
It's residual.
That's residual. I just say, hey, post, go.
Awesome.
And then people click. Oh, I like this. Okay, boom. I can't pay the $297, but I can pay the $47.
Right.
Or this what makes me build my mentorship was people was like, I want access to you. I said, okay, what can I give them access to me? So I told my wife, what should she say? $2,500. Let them record their first podcast here for free. Show them how to use the equipment. And then help them build their podcast platform out and show them how we generating 6 figures with our podcast, One Marriage, Two Hustlers.
Man, come on.
That's just what it is.
Come on, you got a whole ecosystem. And also it plays into what your purpose is.
Yes.
This is your purpose.
Yeah, my purpose really, like I told you, is Why Now Is Your Time is built on I have a whole triangle. And it's like me actually going, like say, empowering people. But my mission is to help other people build their own products. That's it. You got that course inside of you. You got that idea. You got that book. You got all that stuff inside of you. But you need help getting it out of you. So my purpose is to help them write books, help them create digital courses, help them create their first podcast. I have a academy coming up this year. It's $11,000.
Man.
It's to bring people through 8 steps. It's an 8-month course, and it's teaching them how to build their brand from 0 to 100,000 within 8 months.
Gotta come from an idea to a school.
Come on, that's what it is, though.
Hey, that's all your wife, man. That's definitely a blessing, man. To have some sort of powerful information that can elevate folks like that. But let me ask you: do you think everybody has a course in them? Everyone has a book in them.
I think people do because everybody have a story. Now let me explain.
Should every story be told?
If you wanted to, you don't have to tell it.
Right.
But I think I meet so many different amazing people, and they got great stories.
Right.
So should it be told? If you want it to be told, I think we all have stuff that we can tell people.
Right.
Like for instance, I'm gonna use this analogy real quick. My friend, he got into real estate, and then he bought a couple houses and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, you can teach that. He was like, I don't know about that. I'm like, bro, if you bought some houses with no mentor, you seen the transactions, why you can't create a 6 to 8 module course on how you done it and sell it?
Right.
So what we know is what we can teach.
Right. A lot of folks don't believe in themselves that they have the knowledge to teach, and I do that. I find that myself sometimes.
Okay.
We, me and my ex-business partner, we created a course.
Okay.
Have this book, and so forth. But my passion wasn't, and then of course we can sell it and pushing.
Okay.
But my passion wasn't necessarily, even though it's real estate, it wasn't necessarily wholesaling. So
I got you.
I can push it, but it's not necessarily something.
So that's what I'm saying. You gotta
make more of an impact.
You gotta feel like what impact you want to make.
Right.
And so like me, my impact is when I bring people to my studio and say, hey, I'm here to help you. Now let me look at your brand, because most people I know they want to know how to build a brand, but it's not built correctly. You know what I'm saying? And not only is it not built correctly, when I'm looking at your site, I'm like, man, it's not speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? We got to get off rented social media. I call it rented social. You just renting.
Yeah.
Renting space on social media and get them to your house, which is your website.
Yeah.
When I get to my website, now I can say, hey, man, I'm glad you hear my website. Now, below me, I need you to go ahead and put this on here so I can send you something for free. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a different
whole database.
Listen, you want to learn how to get rich? Build that database.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And learn how to get
following. Yeah.
Forget the following on social media.
Yeah, not necessarily for that, but I'm saying no matter what you selling.
Yeah, I call it the power 1,000.
Okay.
Now I'm making it simple for you.
Right.
The power 1,000. The power 1,000 is you need to get 1,000 people to know, like, and trust you.
Right. Okay.
Once they know, like, and trust you, they'll buy from you.
Right.
So if your brand is built on these principles, your brand is going to create these kind of products. These kind of products helps that 1,000 to buy into those products.
Yeah. So even if 500 buy of your 1,000, at the end of the day, that's money.
That's what I'm saying. So 1,000 times 1,000 is $1 million.
Cha-ching.
So if you had 5 products for them to choose from,
right,
each product range from 97 to a 997, and they willing to spend $1,000 with you, think about it, man. and then next year do another 1,000.
Come on, you locked in.
It's the little things.
Yeah. That's residual income. and even myself,
as
an entrepreneur, I'm learning different ways to do have certain residual. Right now, I make residual from entertainment industry.
Okay.
From my real estate.
Gotcha.
And of course books and so forth. Right? So I mean, definitely, if you have certain things you can set up like that creates a whole ecosystem.
That's what it's about.
Passion, you're not working.
And that's why I try to tell people, let's figure that out.
Right.
Let's figure out what you know. Who can you serve?
Right.
What your audience look like, and what kind of information can you give them? So can we now we got the clarity part, we got the committed part, and now we finna be consistent, and now we're gonna drag them along to build your own products. They gonna buy. They gonna buy. They're spending money anyway. Man, you know what's funny? They went around New York, Chicago, New Jersey, and they asked all these kids, "You got Jordans on? What year was Jordan drafted?" They can't tell you. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't tell you what year he won they was asking, well, what year did he win? Some of these kids weren't even born yet. This is
crazy.
It's psychological, bro.
It's the culture, and also stealing for these shoes. Stealing for these shoes. And Michael Jordan, who only benefited Michael Jordan?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what his contributions are, but a lot of that they can go back to those neighborhoods.
And that's the crazy part. So is there anything you want to ask me? Because I like to flip the questions around and I'm just
vibing with the energy, and you spoke a lot about where it comes from and your wife and so forth. But what really made you, before you even got with your wife, feel like why now is your time? Why is now your time? Now, and why was it your time then in 2000?
Man, my mom was sick. My mom had got sick. That's my mom.
Okay.
She passed away. In 2010. But my biggest motivation was time running out on everybody.
Okay.
And while we here, I want to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So now that I want to make a difference, I want to make an impact. I got so many testimonies of people like how I helped them build their brand, stuff like that. I tell people I'm never focused on 1 million followers. I'm focused on supporters. I like supporters. I don't call people, oh yeah, you're my fans. You're not my fans. The people who support me. Me and my wife, we have our own community of people that we built. They pay $10 to $20 a month to follow us. People want to be a part of something. And that's what's so important. Is making a difference. So many people, you just waking up every day, going to a job you hate, and complaining about you want to make a difference. Well, do something about it.
Facts.
Get up and do something.
If you don't get up and move and get around the right circles and take action, then you're just talking about it, right? You're not really doing anything.
So I can use this cup as an example.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna just say this cup was a glass. The cup is a glass. We set the cup right here. The glass represents the body. We pour in water, which represents positive energy. We take a dime and put the dime in there, it represents the vision. Everything looks good. We take that teaspoon. It's a teaspoon of Coke, and we just pour it in there.
Blurs your vision.
That negativity, just pour it in there. The person don't believe in your dreams, we just pour it in there.
Right.
The person say you could never make it, we just pour it in there. The vision become cloudy.
Absolutely.
There's no way we can even clear it up unless we empty the whole thing out.
Rebuild.
Got to rebuild. So I think when people understand that mindset, that greatness, it takes a lot of just tenacity. I had to cut some of my friends off. Our friendship expired, bro.
Absolutely.
It expired, bro. I mean, it's what it is. Because you're not going. I'm going. Good luck. I knew you since we was kids, but you're not part of my journey. I'm out.
Right.
Or
just at least put them on pause. Maybe they'll realize later on. I should have been on the same track.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it takes people to see. Me and my wife always say, "Oh, this is what y'all was talking about years ago."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, man, if you knew, like, this is part 1, part 2 coming in the next 6 months to a year.
Right.
10,000 square foot building. 5 podcast rooms, 2 state-of-the-art rooms where we can teach, where people can come in and teach classes. An all-white room where people can come and do fitness classes, and we have cameras set up.
You have the vision,
bro. It's a content creation studio. Where the hell is that in Houston?
I don't know where it's at anywhere.
I know a couple places in Atlanta. I've seen 2 of them. You know,
Atlanta, right.
But where's that in Houston though?
Man,
and I tell people,
we need it. We need it.
And people say, "Oh, you shouldn't say it so early." I'm like, they don't have the vision I have. I already got the blueprint. I got the plans. They don't have the vision. Don't matter. That what's for you is for you, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years.
For me?
Yes.
So I mean, I'm working on a few different projects.
Come on, talk about it.
But one of the things is I'm also a pilot. So
okay.
So in the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself doing high level deals, meaning like I'm doing some private equity stuff.
Okay.
So I see myself, just kind of in a nutshell, right?
Okay.
Hopping in my jet, flying to do a business deal, collect some money.
Come on.
Getting back in my jet.
Come on.
Coming home and hopping in my jacuzzi. To say I'm actually, you got to put things in motion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm trying to buy a space at the airport out in West Houston right now. 37,000 square foot. So I'm in works to try to build a hangar.
Okay.
And then some townhouses right behind.
I love it.
So yeah. So in 5 years, I see myself being able to do that. Other than like regular planes, I see myself having a jet and being able to do either private equity or real estate deals in other cities. So
I love that. I tell people what planes.
It's also about making an impact and leading by example. So I
love it.
It's not just about what I want, but I mean, as far as the level of impact I desire to reach, I would say it's infinite. But right now, my target is 10 million, and that's via my books.
Okay.
Hopefully my social. I get my social media, my content up where it needs to be, and just by being able to speak and lead by example.
So what's some of the hardest parts for you to you bringing up content, like for you to do content? What's been your hardest challenges?
It's just really focusing on it and scheduling and so forth, opposed to I used to have a video guy opposed to just capturing me in my moments. Because I think when I try to focus on content, I mess up because it's not really just I'm trying to I'm trying to get a specific message out, of course, but it's coming out scripted.
I got you.
It's the effort to actually do the content.
I tell people this is what I call document your moment.
Time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time.
I don't create a lot of time to do content.
I got you. So a pilot, man.
Yeah, since 2009.
Great. Oh wow. No, you getting that bag. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. So I fly leisurely. I'm actually, probably within the next, I don't know, probably by the end of this year, I want to charter just a bit, just to kind of get the turbine experience and so forth in hours. I'm approaching 1,000 hours now.
Oh, wow.
I don't really post a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just.
Yeah. You locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, but yeah, I mean, I grew up not knowing what I wanted to do, but I knew what I didn't want to do. That was following certain footsteps. And I just had a desire to do certain things in my life. Didn't know how they were going to get done. Just put them in place, spoke them into existence, and constantly worked my slow actions towards them, and then eventually achieve some of them.
I tell people every day, man, every day you wake up, take a step forward. You know what I'm saying? Because every step forward is something you can learn from.
You got to be better than yesterday.
You got to be better than yesterday. So before we close out, what are some of the principles? Like you grew up, how did you grow up? Number one. And then what are you, and what are you giving your kids that they didn't give you?
I mean, definitely stability. Outside of that, just the mindset that they can achieve anything.
Come on.
And that's just not something I'm saying. I'm leading by example, but at the same time, I instill in them every single day.
I love that.
Who they are, what they are. We do IAMs on their ways to school. But I'm just trying to make a impact outside the legacy outside of them and what happens in the household. Outside of them, I'm trying to show them that I'm trying to add value to everyone I come in contact.
And I think it was harder for our parents because if you kind of look at like 1968 was when Martin Luther King got killed. They just getting out of like this really segregation. They just getting out of, so to still have the resilience that they had to do what they could.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I tell people right now, boy, if y'all ain't getting this money, y'all sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sleeping, bro. And I told my friend, I said, your son posts videos, but he ain't monetized it. You know why? Because he don't know how. See, he posted for fun. He not posting to create. Right. So you want to create and monetize. I said, man, you need to understand like what's going on and be consistent. People will come to you.
You know, I believe that that's all definitely important, especially if you want to get a business. And it's so easy to get a bag these days. But I think sometimes so many folks are so focused on the money that they, you know, the message becomes diluted.
Yes.
You know, the energy towards whatever it is that you're supposed to do, you're not really leading with the right motives or your heart. Not all the time. I'm just saying, you know, it has to be the right situation or tool or whatever.
And I said, if you love it, do it. That's the thing. If you like
my content,
like if you love like creating content, to me and my wife, we call it document our moments. So document our moments is like, okay, we about to go out to eat. Show my feet. Walking in the restaurant. It's like 3 seconds, 5 seconds. We just document. So it becomes natural. It don't come like, okay, you got to make sure you're on the camera right. Got to make sure. No. So it just become natural. So then we finish, then we post on TikTok, Instagram. We just document our moment.
Just showing everywhere you are.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we become. I do like.
You are the content.
Yeah, I'm the content because we just document. So many people want to see behind the scenes.
Right.
There's like, we see y'all on that, this and that, but show us behind the scenes. I said, okay, only for the subscribers.
Okay.
They get to see the behind the scenes on the conversations we have and how we get customers, what our other businesses look like.
Yeah. And what you're doing is it's important to show content because you're teaching other folks
how to create content. Yeah.
So, but like, you know, there's a lot of, you know, my life, I don't just care to share with the public.
I got you.
Or, you know, I mean, obviously you want to move in energy.
Yes.
And just kind of continue to, you know, show folks how you've done certain things. Like, you know, I don't really post the whole, like so many folks don't post their mistakes. Right?
I got you.
Or post that, you know, I'm dealing with a situation. I'm developing some townhouses in Independent Heights.
Yes.
You know, I funded an investor who spent money, put it in his ecosystem on another property. So
Come on.
So I just had to take over that probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. Put more money into it.
I got you.
Another $241,000 to complete the other 2 townhouses.
That's crazy,
right? Because he's already been paid out of it.
Yeah, he good.
And then here's the deal: knowing that we're selling it at a loss. Yeah, so that's some content for you.
That's some content. You know what I'm saying? But see, nobody want to post that. Everybody want to post a highlight reel.
Right.
Look at my life.
Look at my life. I'm so good.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a highlight reel, man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about. That's why I try to post videos every day just to empower people. But I think people looking for some kind of guidance, energy, direction. They need to be pushed forward. You know, of course, you asked the question earlier: is everybody have a book? And listen, most people are followers. Let's face the fact.
Right.
There's a rule we call 100 by 7 by 3. So it go like this. I tell you 100. I tell people 100% information what I know.
Right.
Only 7% gonna take action.
Right.
Only 3 gonna execute.
Thanks.
Only 3 gonna execute. Thanks. So I can go tell you, I made $80,000 last month. This is how I done it. I can let you open up my bank account, my books, and say, look, this is how I done it. And these are the plays that I ran. This is exactly what I done. I'm telling you, 90% of people ain't gonna do a damn thing with it. Oh man, you doing good.
Right.
3% gonna try.
And that's what's crazy. That's why there's so many folks, you know, that's why a lot of these seminars can be you know, popular and so forth. They're still looking for the information, knowing that you've already got it. You just hadn't taken action on it.
Oh my God.
I know a few folks that are, I guess you can call them serial seminar goers, right? They've been to like 50 seminars in 1 year, but hadn't taken action on one of them.
That's crazy.
You know, collecting all this information.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I definitely get what you're saying. You know, I value what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
And it's not easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's some work.
Yeah.
Nobody want to talk about the work.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
You must have a routine to do it.
Oh no. Every day I have a routine, have a plan. I'm helping people. We have a couple coming in at 2:00 and we helping them build their brand out. They taking their dispatching ebook to a dispatching course.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we helping them do that. I mean,
how successful is just the ebook?
They made almost $1 million.
Oh man, okay.
So, but
like trucks, right?
They doing box trucks and they doing 18-wheelers. But this is the thing, they tired of telling the same story, so they want to put it into module form.
Okay.
So we helping them build their modules out.
Right.
And we change their whole website out.
So now, where do you get this experience? That's something.
That's from something that I learned from scratch.
Okay, you learned from scratch. Okay.
So on a project like that, it's a $3,000 project. We charge $3,000 to help people build their products out.
Right.
It's certain parts she take. My background is in 3D animation, graphic design.
Okay.
So like you see all these.
You make it look good.
I make it look good and come to life. And plus I know how to do websites. I've been doing websites, man, since the computer was dial up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I know how to do websites. But all that I created a system though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So but they wanna take their information from that ebook to videos to make their life, to make it easy. Like, hey, go buy the product, and they actually talking on the vibe board in there. So they record everything here. We structure everything out. I mean,
and what's the whole process like?
The whole process. Well, they have to pay for their monthly to hold their website up.
Right. Okay. You host?
Yeah, we host. Well, no, we use Kajabi.
Okay, Kajabi. Yeah.
So we have a lot of people.
Yeah.
With our affiliate that use Kajabi, but we build their platform on Kajabi. They don't got to touch nothing. Right. We build everything from scratch for them, and then boom, they go.
Okay.
And they love it. The thing I learned, like a lot of people I have on these podcasts, they have the free version of like the Square.
Yeah.
But they don't have a back office.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have nowhere to hold their videos.
Right.
So they'll try to go to their website and put up the YouTube link.
Yeah.
To me, it's more customized when, you know what I'm saying, your videos is embedded in there. Yeah. Your video is like, it's really telling the story.
Right. No, definitely. Because Kajabi does the whole thing for you, right? But there's other systems as well.
There's other systems that I
use Kajabi.
I love Kajabi.
Right.
I looked at ClickFunnels. I looked at all of them.
Okay.
Kajabi is the best for me.
Yeah.
And for the people I deal with, I explain it to them. You know what I'm saying? Say, do this, do that. And they love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of resistance when people don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Or you could just go look at 20 of them like I did before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I made it simple for everybody.
Right. I don't remember what their fees are, but I mean,
it's anywhere from $100 to $400 a month.
Yeah, I think we're paying $200 something.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember the functions that we have, but definitely, systems these days are what you need to.
That's what you need
as an entrepreneur. But if you have I know someday, I don't know specifically, maybe I get with you on what I could package for the most part, right?
Yes.
And just be able to, add value out there.
This is what I tell people. And then whenever you're ready, you let me know. Send me 6 to 8 things that you know that people don't know.
That I know that people don't know. Okay.
And that you're very good at. That's the rest history. We can build products off of that.
Right. Let's go, right?
Let's go. We can build products off of that. Yeah. That's simple. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know. They don't know. I tell people, imagine this was you. This is you, and you moved a month ahead. This person starting right here. They just start day one. You a month ahead. Now you 6 months ahead. They 1 month. So as long as you got people trailing behind you, you can teach them.
No, definitely. If you one step ahead of them, you can teach them something.
That's it.
So, and I definitely get that logic, and I believe it to be true. I've just seen, like, in the real estate world, right? So, and maybe it's just me because I'm in the real estate world. There's so many gurus popping up.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? There's so many gurus, and of course, yes, you have to be one step ahead. But you teaching someone to make $1 million when you haven't made $1 million.
That's true.
So I mean that's common in what we do in real estate wholesaling and so forth. So
that's true. But
you advertising that you become a millionaire. You're not a millionaire yourself.
Yeah. So that's what some people do.
Right.
I don't do that.
Right.
But some people feel like, but this is the thing, because this is the mindset. I kind of heard this from E.T. I heard this from Tony Robbins and all them is you have to make $1 million off your products with your audience.
Right.
Whether you made $1 million or not. So say you've been doing something for 20 years.
Right.
Now you created a product. Your experience become more valuable than that money you made.
Right.
So now you can go teach what you know
about selling the course.
About selling the course.
Right.
Don't fabricate the information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, hey, I know this about wholesaling. I'm gonna teach you how you can easily say some of your investment deals that you've done. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do that. But boom, you follow me. People gonna buy that.
Right.
People looking for information.
Yeah.
To push themselves forward.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And everybody who said they're a guru, not a guru.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I've been to people. It'd be funny because people say, "Man, I thought when you invite me to your studio, I thought I was coming to like a little building or something." You know what I'm saying? It's like
to the next level.
Man, we walk in excellence.
Right.
We don't walk in trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And your energy and your environment shows that.
Yeah. So I mean, and I invested.
You can tell.
I invested.
That was the first thing I told you. I can tell you put some effort in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fact.
You know, I put some serious effort,
Right.
and it's important because when people do come here, they'll come back to want to do work.
Right.
And that's the most important thing with everything. Anything else you want to add to the podcast?
No, man. I just want to tell folks to believe in themselves.
Come on.
You can always put more in your mind than you can in the bank. And at the end of the day,
hold on. You said that too fast. You can put more in your. Say that again.
Yeah, you can always put more in your mind than you can in the bank. Especially the way banks work these days. You definitely don't want to do that anyway. So always invest in yourself, believe in yourself, lead with your heart, and just be intentional about how you move. If there's anything that you don't know how to do that you want to learn how to do, get a mentor, go to YouTube University, and just get around the right energies. Yes, it is time to cut some people off. You may not realize that, but you can tell by how people treat you, whether they value what you're targeting towards.
Come on,
just moving good energy. And like I said, if you don't understand anything about real estate, attend some of these networking events.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Same thing. I've been invited to be able to invest in a lot of restaurants, and clubs, and dental offices and so forth. But these opportunities come to me because I put myself in the right rooms.
Come on.
I make it known that I want to know the information. I want to be in those particular circles. I don't get it right all the time.
Of course, you're human, everybody.
Right, but I became, what people call a millionaire at 27. Not to say that that's anything. You can have the potential to be the next billionaire.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But, put yourself in the right rooms and just grab hold of the information, whether that's however you get the information.
Come on.
But just stay locked in. Stay locked in.
So as I always tell you guys, man, keep watching me like you watch TV.
Yeah.
And not only you gonna watch your income grow, but I promise you, your bank account, your mindset gonna change. Listen, go out, design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy with your own information and products. Absolutely. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.